your company provides critical services to various commercial spaces, airports, office buildings, et cetera. What are you seeing in terms of demand for your services, and how is that a read on the economy?
So we have great demand for our services. This year actually was our highest revenue growth year. So as companies are expanding, we're expanding with them because of our national footprint. So we love a strong economy.
What is there, what are you seeing in terms of driving that demand, and how are you feeling it on the cost side? Because wages are going up.
Yeah, and I think that is what's driving the demand, because people want efficiency. So much of today is about workforce management. So companies like us can do it efficiently, whereas there are still a number of companies, educational facilities that insource their labor, and they're looking for outsourced alternatives that have expertise, and that's been driving demand for us.
How long is your contract? If I were to use you as an index to go look at the economy, do I tie to you for a year? Is it a month? Because you're going to reprice if the economy goes south. I'm going to get a better deal. So how long is the contract?
Typically 3-year contracts.
Oh, so that's not a perfect index, because you've got people locked in regardless what happens to GDP growth, right?
That's right. But we do have annual escalations. We constantly have conversations with clients about pricing and the economics of what we're doing.
You mentioned something interesting, and that is that, facilities, airports, office buildings, et cetera, they want to outsource because of the wage costs. But you're also, you've got to hire people too to do these things. So aren't you feeling it as well? We
are, but we're investing in innovation and technology. So in airports, we're now starting to use beacon technology, so we could dynamically dispatch our people to when planes are arriving. Rather than looking at a static schedule, we can tie into the airport's systems for dispatch, and we could put people there efficiently, because that's the whole thing. How do you utilize labor more efficiently? And that's something we tend to be expert in.
How does that cut down costs or the need for labor or bodies? Before Beacon, this new system, what happened, and now how many fewer people do you need?
Well, that's what we're trying to do, become as efficient as possible. And you do that through technology and through good scheduling. There's a number of ways to do it, but that's what it's all about, reducing the cost to serve.
But was it 5 people sitting at the gate for hours on end, and now it's only, 4 people sitting at the gate for 1 hour?
It's more about getting them there faster, right? It may have been like the plane was coming in at a certain point in time, so you'd be there, but if it was delayed, you wouldn't know that. Now you could dispatch people, you can find out who's in proximity and push them there faster. Again, it's about being efficient.
What percentage of your CapEx is now software, firmware, technology, as opposed to what it was 10, 15 years ago?
We're spending much more money on technology and innovation, but not only just for how we're dealing with clients, but even internally with our HR system and processes.
So you're not reducing jobs, you're just using these people more productively. That's
the key. That's the key. Being more productive, right? So we're investing in HR platforms, because it's also speed to acquisition. You want to get people onboarded as quickly as possible, because in this economy, with the way labor is going, if you're waiting 2 weeks to onboard somebody, you've lost that person to another.
Are they all
employer.
Union laborers because they're airports?
We have a mix of union and non-union.
How difficult is it to find workers? Blue-collar workers are hard to come by these days.
It's really challenging, really challenging. That's why you have to be creative, you have to have outreach.
Are you relaxing, for instance, your standards?
We have.
Drug tests, things like that?
Fortunately, we haven't. At this point, we background check all of our employees. We have a pretty robust process.
And you're still finding them?
We're still finding them, but it's not without challenge. We've had to add recruiters. It's difficult.